We're being siloed into a bubble. Our likes empower the algorithm. It feeds us what we want to keep us engaged. It wants to sell our attention. We slip deeper into a constraining narrative. But we must break free. We must burst the bubble. Truths will be learned. Cognitive dissonance will make our hearts and heads ache. Different perspectives will bring us wisdom. Some truths will be hilarious, others painful. But we must be free. We must break into the DisAlgorithm.
Hey, welcome to the DisAlgorithm. This is my brother Justin. He's going to be joining us today. He came in from Utah. We got together with family the last couple of days. It's been pretty nice being able to catch up and visit. So we're going to do some DisAlgorithm. I'm going to go through my feed, pop the bubble, and head over to the DisAlgorithm and see what the other side is saying. What the heck is going on with women? The partisan gap between young men and women almost doubled in the past 25 years. Jeez. So women, you're the problem. No, just kidding. Look there. Yeah. Look how more liberal women are. They're starting to come down low.
We had a big spike there.
Yeah, really big.
During the pandemic.
2021, yeah. Okay. Then even men kind of spiked there. Huh. Interesting. Why are we going back up? Get it together. U.S. taxpayers are no longer paying for 400 medical facilities in Afghanistan. And, yeah, why would we have to do that?
Hours, sometimes. Across Afghanistan, over 400 clinics have closed because of U.S. aid cuts. Millions of people were reliant on these clinics for healthcare. Now, their only option is to travel hours, sometimes days, to public hospitals like this, where there's an influx of new patients. Across Afghanistan, over 400 clinics have closed because of U.S. aid.
Get your country together.
No problem.
Ridiculous. Why are we funding that? Why were we? I'm glad we're not.
July 24th is your daughter's birthday, and her experience testifying in Tamiami, particularly difficult week for you because tomorrow, July 24th, is your daughter's birthday, and she was taken from you on July 27th, which is this coming Sunday. And I'm sure speaking about this never gets any easier. So tell us about the message that you wanted to convey yesterday.
I just wanted to let everyone know, especially Congress, what is actually happening. You know, what happened to Kayla, and that it didn't have to happen. It could have been prevented if Homeland Security and Health and Human Services would have just made that one phone call to El Salvador. It took the Aberdeen Police Department to make that one phone call to El Salvador to know that he was a known MS-13 gang member and had a criminal record in 2020 for illicit gang activity.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you said that, because Senator John Cornyn yesterday says that he intends to introduce a bill called the Kayla Hamilton Act. Tell us a little bit more about that, and if it was implemented at the time of your daughter's murder, if that would have ever taken place.
Yes, so the Kayla Hamilton Act will require Health and Human Services to do a background check on unaccompanied minor children from the ages of 12 to 17 to see if they had any gang affiliation, any tattoos, and also it will also check all sponsors to see if they are here legally, phone numbers, addresses, social security numbers, because if the Kayla Hamilton Act was in place and they would have done a required background check, they would have known that he was a gang member and he would have never been allowed to enter. And also the other part of it is that he left his sponsor's house and they didn't check and verify who the sponsor was. Yeah. And the scary thing about not checking sponsors is all the younger children coming across the border. Who are they giving these children to? Where are they dropping them off? Who are these sponsors? It also protects them, and also it protects all children, right, and also American citizens from gang activity.
I didn't hear about that before.
Experience testifying in Tamiana.
So it was some guy and just let in with he had a record, ended up killing some girl. Then I guess he was underage himself. Sounds like he was at a sponsor's house. I haven't checked his background or the sponsor's background at all. Yeah. They were just letting anyone in. They didn't care. They just wanted the vote, pretty much. What it seemed like. Charlie Kirk is saying Barack Obama led a secret coup against President Biden. And we're supposed to be shocked he led a secret coup against President Trump. What we have is a pattern of behavior. Barack Obama has done a lot of things in secret, just acts Michelle. So what do you think about all that? The news that's coming out about So it turns out we were right that Obama and Hillary planned all that spying against Trump.
Yeah, I was watching a little bit of that press briefing last night, but I want to rewatch it because I didn't hear all of the questions, but it was pretty crazy because the secretary, Levitt, she laid it all out, and then she had Director Tulsi Gabbard there and had her come up to the podium and just lay out all the details on Obama and Hillary Clinton, what they did. They're referring all of it to the DOJ, so hopefully something gets done.
Yeah, hopefully. I want to see some people getting arrested.
Wicked Witch.
Canting daughter! You know what she did? Your canting daughter!
Epstein's niece exposes the elite secrets.
Jewish publicly. The cult of Baal, B-A-L. My family masqueraded themselves as Jewish publicly, but behind closed doors, at Passover dinners, when I was drugged, would admit, we are Satanists. They told me that we belonged to the cult of Baal, B-A''A''L. They told me this with consistency while I was being abused. Now, what you can look up about the cult of Baal, information that is publicly available, is that it is thousands of years old. It is a Phoenician satanic fertility cult. And publicly, it's supposed to have been eradicated. but to my knowledge and my experience, it is not. This is what people perceive the Illuminati to be. It is a group of elites that practices forced and uses these crimes to control people. They happen to have a huge reach over politics and entertainment. To answer your basic question, why?
Looks interesting.
Yeah. Bookmark that. And it's no surprise at all. So the ancient Phoenicians actually was pretty sure Goliath was a Phoenician, and the area that they, or their tribe, they were called the Philistines, which became Palestinians. So that's interesting. So Goliath was a Philistine. That later became the Palestinian. But there is a connection anyways with all that. And then this secret, the worship of Baal goes way back.
Yeah.
All the Babylonian religions that existed back then.
Yeah. I remember reading about it or seeing it in the Bible.
Yeah. He was telling
Testament.
them not to sacrifice their babies to Baal. Still goes on today. Seems like. Here's some more of it. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look at all that. Wonder. So she claims to be the niece, Epstein's niece, is what they're saying.
Her last name is Wick, so is she related to John?
So they killed my puppy. Made me sacrifice my puppy. I want. The oversight project. Is Vatican absent on China forced labor? Hoya captured this quote from USTR employee. I was forced labor delegation related to the Uyghur Forced Labor Prevention Act. We were supposed to meet with the Vatican, but the meeting got pulled last minute. We never learned why. I was in Rome earlier in the year. The DHS led forced labor delegation related to UFLPA and the European legislation. We're supposed to meet with the Vatican, but the meeting got pulled last minute. We never learned why. However, prior to the trip, we had a briefing from our embassy at the Vatican. It's redacted. They want us to talk to them about the meeting, about this meeting, but the meeting didn't happen. Would be good to get your impression. So, says in addition to the Uyghur issue, the Vatican has been criticized by former Secretary of State Pompeo for engaging or endangering its moral authority by reaching and renewing a secret deal with the CCP. It seems like whenever there's some sort of genocide happening, it's interesting what ones people pay attention to and that's pushed forward in the media, and then what ones are just not talked about at all. Because it's happening all the time. Several genocides all the time, but you only hear about one, basically. it's interesting what gets pushed forward.
Yeah. You start to see what their agenda is, I guess.
Yeah. They're not talking about the other ones. Just as bad or worse most of the times. They just want you to look at one thing. Benny show. Skipping over this. Lindsey Graham, what is he saying? For the good of the country, Senator John Cornyn, I urge Attorney General Bondi to appoint a special counsel to investigate the extent to which former President Obama, his staff, and administration officials manipulated the U.S. national security apparatus for a political outcome.
Big promises to the Americans of the planet. Also this week, the president officially marked 6 months here at the White House. He made big promises to the American people on the campaign trail last year, and he has unquestionably delivered on those promises in record time. The president has defeated the Biden inflation crisis to make America affordable again. Core inflation is currently at its lowest level in 4 years, and prices for everyday goods are falling. The president's pro-growth policies have fueled massive job growth across our country. Since the president has taken office, our economy has added nearly 700,000 new jobs, with native-born American workers accounting for all job gains. The president has put the economic needs of families and of workers first. He signed the largest tax cuts for the middle class in American history, including no tax on tips, overtime, and Social Security. We have also seen the president unquestionably deliver on his promise to secure our southern border. He has ended Biden's illegal alien invasion, and for 2 months in a row, 0 illegal aliens were released into our country. The president has also, as you all know, initiated the largest mass deportation campaign in American history. The president has also restored law and order to make America safe again, another campaign promise he vowed to the American public. The United States of America is currently on track for its lowest murder rate on record, following this shift from the last administration to the Trump administration. The president has also ended Joe Biden's reckless war on American energy. U.S. oil and natural gas production are now surging, and summer gas prices reached their lowest level since 2021. The president has also rebuilt our military, another campaign promise. He just signed the largest military investment in decades to modernize our armed forces with cutting-edge technology to replenish our stockpiles and provide American troops with the best equipment in the world. The U.S. Army, Navy, Air Force, and Space Force have all reached their recruitment goals months in advance. The president has restored America.
Sounds good.
That's the one we were watching last night.
Uh-huh. Well, it sounds good. I think the only criticism I have about Trump is just the whole Epstein thing. But it seems like that got messed up behind the you know, what am I trying to say? In the back, behind closed doors, it got messed up. And so what Trump is seeing, he knows what he's talking about. He's saying it's a bunch of hooey. So hopefully someday we get some answers. You know, it's going to be a huge stain on his legacy if he doesn't come out with something about all this. It's, you know, if some people aren't brought to justice, it's going to feel like empty promises if he doesn't take care of that situation. But he's doing a lot of good things. That's great. 0 border crossings in the last 2 months. That's amazing.
Yeah, I think he's met every other promise.
Yeah.
And then some in 6 months. He's done amazing, and they've even done beyond what he did in his first term.
Oh yeah.
Already in 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens. All right. Well, let's pop the bubble. Head over to the DisAlgorithm. See what they're freaking about over there. Wave if you see this. Nope. No. Call to actions.
And their individual calls to release the Epstein. Document into the record listing the members of this committee and their individual calls to release the Epstein files.
Shauna, without objection. The subcommittee stands in recess, subject to the call of the chair.
Point of order. Are we not going to take the vote?
We're in recess. That was a previous order.
Yeah.
Mr. Chair, we need to take the vote from the motion.
We're in recess pursuant to previous order, which passed without objection. So we're in recess, and we will move to those votes. So this is out of order conversation. I'm just being polite. We had the previous order that we moved without objection. Votes would be moved until after deliberation. Well, subject to call of the chair.
They keep on playing these games where they're saying, "Oh, release it all." You know, we need a vote to release it all. That's not going to happen right now. We gotta figure some stuff out. Because apparently those documents aren't what they should be. It says major breaking in a genius move. House Democrats were able to pass a motion in the GOP-controlled House Oversight Committee to subpoena all the Jeffrey Epstein files. Republicans were blindsided because Democrats dropped an 11th hour motion at an unrelated hearing after noticing that most GOP members on the panel had publicly demanded the files to be released. The GOP chair was caught off guard and scrambled, first denying the vote and then trying to sabotage it by adding amendments to include Biden administration communications. Democrats called their bluff and agreed. Then the GOP chair, Representative Higgins, lied, claiming the motion failed until Republican Robert Garcia forced a full roll call vote. Ultimately, the vote passed 8-2 after 3 Republicans defied their leadership and joined all 5 Democrats to pass the motion, release the Epstein files. All right, let's see what they got. It's going to happen. Let's see it. Keep on saying it's going to happen.
They had 4 years to do it.
Yeah.
Before this, so.
Yeah. No one was calling for it until Trump said, Trump started acting weird. Oh, let's see it. Let's see it. Let's let the people decide. Because if it's fake, we should be able to see what it is and decide for ourselves.
The biggest mistake America made was not electing Kamala. Do you agree?
Oh, yeah. Man. Country would be running so well under her.
It'd be way better off with her.
I know. Yeah, she arrested more black people than any other, what do you call it? District attorney?
California.
In California. They all act like she's the choice for black voters because of her skin color. They don't look at all at her record or what she's done.
I guess she's still leading in the polls as far as who to run for the Democrats in 28.
That'd be amazing.
Be amazing. Like she doesn't have huge numbers, of course, but she is in the lead.
None of them do. Yeah.
For some reason. ridiculous.
Do it, please.
Yeah, go ahead. And again.
The biggest mistake America made was not electing Kamala. Do you agree? Yeah.
And she totally went into debt. Like she went 20 million or something like that in debt with her campaign. So how's she gonna make our country better?
Yeah. And they got the most money.
And she had all of those endorsements by, like, they paid Oprah
to
have that little rally with her, and then Beyonce, and they didn't even perform. They all just left. They just took their money and left.
Yeah.
And that made her supporters mad too. So it's just stupid.
It's all scam. Jojo from Jersey. Always a fun one. So Donald Trump lied about the money his father gave him. He lied about his bone spurs, lied about where his father was born. He lied about where Barack Obama was born. He lied to his first wife while sleeping with his second, lied to his second wife while sleeping with his third, and lied to his third wife while sleeping with a playmate and porn star. He lied to his fake university, his fake charity, his fake net worth. He lied about helping clear rubble at Ground Zero, and about his businesses, and about his taxes, and the size of his inauguration crowd, and about his perfect phone calls, and the hush money he paid, the sexual abuse he committed, the classified documents he stole, the insurrection he incited, and the election he lost.
Oh my gosh.
She's told me. Yeah. Is anyone actually surprised that he lied about knowing he was in the Epstein files? Anyone?
Okay, where's he at though in the files?
Yeah.
They've been after him for 10 years, and there was so much evidence that he's in the files and that he was partying with Epstein and doing all this crazy stuff with him, then they could have brought it out 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And totally ruined him at first. So he wouldn't be elected.
They were running around trying to turn misdemeanors into felonies when they could have just released that and got them.
And all of that stuff has been debunked.
Yeah.
The crowd sizes, that was years and years ago. That was all debunked.
Yeah.
Because they were taking photos of the crowd before they showed up. That's all they do.
And the stuff about bone spurs,
and
all that. It's like, what would you do if you were being drafted, dude? I don't care. I don't care about that. I don't care about any of this stuff. It's all lies and stuff I don't care about. Lied about where his father was born. I don't even know that one.
I've never even heard that one. So.
Yeah, a lot of these I haven't heard. I'm sure it's all bullcrap. It's just interesting to see what other people are seeing, just the reality they live in. It's totally different from what we see. And then both sides call each other a cult. But it's like when Biden's stumbling around and falling down, they just go, "Oh no, he's fine, he's perfect. Oh, how dare you insult him? He's just a happy little grandpa guy. How dare you insult him? He's this perfect angel." And then they just attack Trump nonstop. It's ridiculous. And then our side, we can criticize Trump. We don't act like he's a perfect angel.
Yeah, because he's not.
Yeah,
no
he's not. No one is.
No one's perfect.
Yeah.
But he is the best right now to run this country, and he knows what he's doing, and he proved it in his first term. So,
yeah, I would definitely vote. Right now, I would vote for him again if I was given the chance. 2020. Yeah, did you see JD Vance was wearing a Trump 2028 hat?
uh,
Yeah, he was.
I know they're going around though.
Yeah,
telling them.
Yeah, but he was like, I forget what he said, but he was basically saying that's what's gonna happen. You know, I think he might run for president and then have Trump be his vice president.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. Well, it'd be cool even to get Don Jr. in there.
Yeah, or any of them.
Yeah. Because it's the same name, so
yeah,
they would do good too.
Yeah. We're all waiting for King Baron.
Yep. And then once Baron's of age.
Yep. I stopped worrying about the president's sanity. This is Bryan Cranston from
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, yeah. Malcolm in the Middle.
Yep.
I stopped worrying about the president's sanity. He's not sane. And the realization of his illness doesn't fill me with anger, but with the profound sadness. With profound sadness. What I now worry about is the sanity of anyone who could still support this deeply troubled man, lead our country.
Sounds like he was talking about Biden.
I know. It's like every time Biden spoke, you were just like face palming the whole time because he couldn't even talk. I mean, he sounded like me trying to read Bryan Cranston quotes.
Folks, no, come on.
Yeah.
Not a joke. And he stumbles off.
Yeah, and he
doesn't know where to go. He's fallen asleep at all of the UN meetings and all that stuff. So.
And then anytime reporters tried to ask him a serious question, they were rushed out of the room.
Yeah.
And the only thing they're allowed to ask him is stupid stuff like, what's your favorite ice cream?
Right. He never did the press gaggles.
Never.
Coming off.
He wouldn't talk to anyone.
Coming off a plane or going on a plane or the helicopter or anything.
Yeah.
And Trump does every single one.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
We all have a responsibility.
This is that guy that got tackled.
Yeah.
Because he was rushing the podium when
Pansy.
Yeah, when what's her name?
The
Defense.
Homeland Security.
Homeland Security, yeah.
Secretary Nome.
Nome.
Christy Nome. Yeah. Trying to rush the stage.
It doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat or an independent. We all have a responsibility to speak up and to push back before it's too late. So I do encourage people to keep peacefully protesting. There's nothing more patriotic than to peacefully protest for your rights. Because no one's going to liberate Los Angeles but Angelenos. No one will redeem America but Americans. No one is coming to save us but us. And we know that the cameras are not on in every corner of the country.
What do you got to hide?
If this administration is this afraid of just one senator with a question, colleagues, imagine what the voices of tens of millions of Americans peacefully protesting can do.
Dude, that whole term has been twisted, man. That's just their call out to all of them to keep on doing what they're doing. I mean, and what they're doing is they're attacking ICE. They're throwing bricks. They're throwing scooters off of highway overpasses, cinder blocks, and they don't call any of it out. They say continue peacefully protesting. It's just like peacefully protesting. And then go ahead.
The border agent that was recently shot, I can't remember what state, but he was recently shot in the face or the neck and the arm or something. And then these two illegals took off on their little moped or their bike, but no one really covered that story at all. Like no one cares.
Yeah, I barely saw it on X. Crazy. And they don't call any of it out. They don't say, hey, you guys are, anyone who's throwing stuff should be arrested, and this isn't right. We don't condone any of this. They don't say any of that. It's just go continue what you're doing. We need more of this.
Yeah, they're perfectly fine with burning down whole cities.
Yeah,
just like they did in 2020.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
So, Bryan Cranston, he's always a fun one, right? Cranston brothers.
Oh yeah.
It's Ed and Bryan Cranston. They're always crazy. Tulsi Gabbard has officially referred former President Obama to the Department of Justice for criminal prosecution. Yeah. Let me translate. Oh, okay. I'm sure this is good. What she said. We are trying to distract from Trump's ties to Epstein. We are trying to distract from Trump's ties to Epstein. Okay, yeah, that's very clever.
Yeah, that's what it is. They didn't do anything
They
wrong.
suppressed evidence.
Obama didn't do anything.
There is irrefutable evidence that detail how President Obama and his national security team directed the creation of an intelligence community assessment that they knew was false.
Yep.
They knew it would promote this contrived narrative that Russia interfered in the 2016 election to help President Trump win, selling it to the American people as though it were true. It wasn't. The report that we released today shows in great detail how they carried this out. They manufactured findings from shoddy sources. They suppressed evidence and credible intelligence that disproved their false claims. They disobeyed traditional tradecraft intelligence community standards and withheld the truth from the American people. There is irrefutable evidence that detail how President Obama and his
she's just like Bobby Kennedy, just another Democrat that saw the corruption and the how ridiculous they are and how it doesn't make sense. So
yeah,
came over to the right side.
Yep. All the good ones did, and it's like look who went on their side. They got like the daughter of Cheney.
Oh yeah,
Cheney's daughter.
And then who's the other idiot? That's always on CNN too. Along with her, he's Republican, like Rhino. Rhino.
Is it Connell?
No.
No.
Can't think of his name now. But it's those two are really bad. They're always on CNN or MSDNC.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of. Is that him?
Kissinger, yeah. Is that him? Proud Rhino. It says Proud Rhino.
Yeah, I think that is him. Adam Kissinger.
Former congressman.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, I see him.
How it says CNN senior political commentator now.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, I see him on here all the time. Yeah, he says the most backwards stuff.
Yeah, him and Liz Cheney are ridiculous.
All he was talking about was Ukraine forever, and now he just repeats Epstein. This is his whole post. It's Trump lied. Oh, not cool. So it says, before they rename the Kennedy Center, tell me again.
I'm sick of hearing this too.
What exactly was Melania Trump's extraordinary talent that qualified her
for one,
Einstein visa?
For one, that no one talks about is she speaks like 5 to 7 languages. So
gotta be pretty smart to do that.
Yeah. And she was very successful along with her mother in getting her modeling career going. Like they had a whole business. So I mean that's more than thousands of people ever do, you know?
Yeah.
So
yeah. Most of these guys coming over here are just basically one step above an unpaid intern. And they just come over here to do menial tech work and paid nothing. And they get an Einstein visa. So she's done way more than them. I know you got to get going. You got a
Yeah, I
long
do.
trip ahead of you.
Yep.
Head back to Utah.
9-hour drive.
Yeah. He came in and he did some music for my intro. He plays the bass, so I'll be putting those together. You'll be seeing them on here. So thanks for doing that. It was awesome to see you.
problem.
Great to see you.
It was fun.
Yeah. A lot of fun getting slobbered on by my dogs.
Yep.
It's great seeing all the family and everything. All right. Well, that's it for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
The DisAlgorithm.